All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory due to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Waharakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace and salutations to the hopeful elect out here toiling in this truth. I'm Pathaka Moth GMS Dallas. I'm just coming back at you with a really quick hit lesson. As you can see on the screen, it says Dr. Brown. This guy, that's his picture on the screen. I was watching this debate. I believe I was watching it on Friday, and between him and the head of the Sakari camp, goes by the name High Priest Salazar, aka Hebrew Gorilla Hebrew. And I was watching this. I watched about an hour and a half of it, somewhere in there, and because I was curious as to what this dude was going to try to say, and I was curious as to how Alazar was going to handle and deal with this dude, which he did a beautiful job. You know what I'm saying? Got to commend him on that. At the end of the day, we're all Israelites. You know what I'm saying? We're all teaching our people who they are. We may have some differences in what we teach. But if you have a Israelite and a Christian, or Israelite and a Islam, or Israel, these JOOs, or whoever, what I'm saying, we're going for the Israelites, man. You know what I'm saying? Point blank, bottom line, period. All day, but this and Alazar, he's a well-studied guy. He's intelligent. He's hey man, when he goes in these debates, he has his shit together, man. You know what I'm saying? So hey, that's what they do though. They're debaters. So, but at the end of the day, he did a great job against this guy, man. You know what I'm saying? Of course, the rhetoric and nonsense of these dudes, man, is ridiculous. We get it. We get it. Their kingdom is over. They're going down. Chains are in their near future, and they're trying to avoid that with all manner of nonsense. Going against the 12 tribe chart. The language. Which I'm like, dude, how you gonna say something about the language when you've taken the very language and added vowel points and added German to it, a German mix, and now it's called Yiddish. You can pull this up. You can Google it. We didn't come up with this stuff, man. So it's just a trip, man. You know what I'm saying? How, the angles and the different ways they try to basically say that we're not the people. You know what I'm saying? And all of these things prove that we are the people, like it says in Hosea, the first chapter. As a matter of fact, we'll just start there. I just want to put this guy's face on the screen, Dr. Brown, because this, keep this dude in mind as we go through this lesson, because it's about, and I'm going to title this lesson, Dr. Brown, Who's Who and What's What, process of elimination, man. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, I'll just say this, at the end of the day, when you deal with secular information, books and different, opinions from one person to the next, you'll have discrepancies and bias, man. You know what I'm saying? But not with the word, man. When you deal with the word of the Lord, you know what I'm saying? The prophecies, the things that matter, then you're not going to have those discrepancies. You're not going to have that bias, man. The Lord said what it is, and that's what it is, man. So we're going to deal from that perspective. I ain't going to, and as a matter of fact, I'm going to get that as well. So let's real quick, let me go here, because like I said, first thing, and then we'll, I'm going to grab Isaiah 34, but the first one I want to grab is, because this is what these people have coming to them, man. This is what's going to, this is what's going, Salakia. This is what my, man, Satan, this is what's going to, Salakia, be their reality soon, man, which is already becoming that reality to a lot of people. But to people like this guy. This is Jeremiah 16:19. It says, "O Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, my strength and my fortress and my refuge in the day of affliction, because that affliction is upon us, man. The Gentiles, which are these other nations, shall come unto thee from the ends of the earth, and shall say, surely our fathers have inherited lies, vanity, and things wherein there is no profit, man. And that's what's coming to Dr. Brown, man. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna come to the realization and understanding that his fathers inherited lies, man. Because they are not the people. They don't line up with anything. So, according to thus said the Lord, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, when you deal with secular information and books and different things, there's discrepancies. There's bias. You know what I'm saying? This person's opinion opposed to this person's opinion. But really, if you want to be honest, the things point toward the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Point blank, bottom line, at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? No matter what these people try to say, man. But like I said, we're going to deal from thus said the Lord. This is Isaiah chapter 34 and verse 16, because you can't go wrong when you do that, man. We're going to deal with what the Bible says. And one of the things I notice is the Al-Azhar, he's constantly bringing out scriptures, man. He's breaking down things and bringing out scriptures to make points. Dr. Brown never bought out one scripture, man. He just speaking from his feelings, how he feels and what he's been taught, and what this person said. And what does that have to do with anything, man? We're going to deal with this book, man. You know what I'm saying? Isaiah 34 and 16, seek ye out of the book of the Lord and read. No one of these shall fail. And that's going into the prophecies. None shall want her mate. So although we do use reference, books and different information to make points and to make, certain points, different points, it's not necessary. It's really not needed, man. The Lord said it, and that's what it is. Either you believe it or you don't, And of course, we know, Jake needs a sign, man. You know what I'm saying? You got to prove things to Jake. Hey, you see it right here. It says it. You see this book. And you know what I'm saying? You got to do these things for Jake, man. But at the end of the day, that's not what it's about, man. It says, no one of these shall fail, which is the prophecies. None shall want her mate. It doesn't need any help, any other books, any other sources, any other information. You just read it right here, and that's what it is, man. For my mouth it hath commanded, and his spirit it has gathered them. You know what I'm saying? So the mouth of the Lord, it has commanded these things, and his spirit has gathered them. The spirit is what's doing this. And when you look throughout the four corners of the earth, man, you see a mass gathering, you know what I'm saying, of Israelites in the earth from one end to the other, all four corners of the earth, man. You know what I'm saying? This huge mass gathering is happening, man. You know what I'm saying? Which again is a scripture, man, Bible. It's prophecy, man. You know what I'm saying? The Lord said it in Zephaniah, the 2nd chapter. This is Zephaniah 2 and 1. It says, gather yourselves together. Yea, gather together, O nation not desired, man. You know what I'm saying? And we're that nation not desired, the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. That's why everywhere we are in the earth, we're in the low places of the earth, man. We're on the bottom of this society, man. No matter where you look, no matter where you go, those people are going to be in the worst places and under the worst conditions, man. You know what I'm saying? From the Negroes to the Latinos to the Native Americans. That's why they're in the ghettos and in the barrios and on the reservations and, all of those decrepit, worn down, ran down, places that no one wants to live or be. You know what I'm saying? Our people are there, man. So the Lord said, Zephaniah, they don't line up with that. Dr. Brown, your people don't line up with that, man. It says, gather yourselves together. Yea, gather yourselves together, O nation not desired, before the decree bring forth, before the day pass as the chaff. And that's going into the coming destruction, man. That fire that's going to burn everything up. You know what I'm saying? And that mass gathering of us coming together is happening throughout the four corners of the earth, man, because we now have this breath, man, this life, this word, this knowledge, the truth of the Bible. Before the fierce anger of the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, come upon you, before the day of the Lord's Yahweh Shem Yahushai anger, Yahweh Shem Yahushai's anger come upon you, man, because he's about to release that fierce anger in the earth. to avenge his people, man. Those very people that you said that we're not, which reminds me, as a matter of fact, let's get that real quick. In Hosea, the first chapter, because I think I mentioned it, but I'm going to read it, man. This is Hosea 1:10. Yet the number of the children of Israel shall be as the sand of the sea, which cannot be measured nor numbered. Because he tried to say something about we can't be the people because of there's so many of us. The numbers of us, like 400 plus million of us. When you go into the chart, man, the chart can't be right, and we can't, and that disqualifies us. Which how is that so when the scriptures say right here that we were going to be as the sand of the sea that can't be numbered. Hosea 1:10. Yet the number of the children of Israel, and he said they had like about 15 million or so. You know what I'm saying? Which makes them the people. Well, let's read this. Hosea 1:10. Yet the number of the children of Israel, the actual children of Israel, shall be as the sand of the sea. You can't number the sand on a beach of a sea, which cannot be measured nor numbered. Hello, if you know that you have 15 million, then you can number that. How that disqualifies you then. And it shall come to pass that in the place where it was said unto them, and a matter of fact, although you said there's 400 million on that when it comes to the chart, yeah, but you're not accounting for the scattered seed, man. There's scattered seed of the nation of Israel that you can't look at them and tell they're Israelites, man. You know what I'm saying? So it goes along with that number. On the chart, we're dealing with the chart, and those people have spread seed throughout the four corners of the earth among other nations because we've been scattered among all the other nations. And then you have these Israelites that's coming, starting to look like these other nations, man. You know what I'm saying? So that makes sense when you read this. Yet the number of the children of Hosea 1:10, yet the number of the children of Israel shall be as the sand of the sea, which cannot be measured nor numbered. That's why we've been scattered also. So that you can't just number them. There's those you'll look at and don't even know that they're Israelites. And it shall come to pass that in the place where it was said unto them, ye are not my people, which we hear that 24/7. We're hearing that from Dr. Brown here, And doctor, man, yeah, that's an indicator that you're a demon, that you're a devil, which means deceiver, accuser of thy brethren. You know what I'm saying? Devil means a deceiver, accuser of thy brethren, man. Doctor means to falsify when you go into the word. So anybody with the title doctor, you can't listen to them. You can't believe them, man. So it says that in the place where it was said unto them, ye are not my people, right here, right now, every day, all day. Vocab Malone, he's at the forefront of that whole thing, man. There it shall be said unto them, the same place, because these people are soon going to find out, just like we read in Jeremiah 16-19, that the Gentile are going to know basically that their fathers inherited lies, man. There it shall be said unto them, ye are the sons of the living power. And that's happening as we speak. We're telling the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans that they are the Israelites, the sons of the living God, man. Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, man. You know what I'm saying? That y'all don't line up with that. We do. So again, Dr. Brown, who's who and what's what? Process of elimination, man. We're going to find out exactly who's who, man. And that gathering ourselves together is we read in Zephaniah 2 is happening as we speak, man. You know what I'm saying? Israel is coming back. So let's just get, I'm not going in any particular order. I'm just going to bring out some scriptures, and then we're going to see who lines up with it. This is Isaiah 14 and verse 1. And it reads, for Yahweh Bashim Shai will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel and set them in their own land. And the strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob. And the people shall take them and bring them to their place. And the house of Israel, which is the northern and southern kingdom, shall possess them in the land of the Lord, which is over in the land of Israel, where those guys are, for servants and handmaids, and they shall take them captives, whose captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors. Now, do y'all line up with that, man? Y'all ain't got no servants and handmaids. You ain't ruling over which you are the oppressor. So again, you don't line up with the prophecies, man. which when you read in Revelations 19:10, Yahushai, whom the world ignorantly refers to as Jesus Christ, is the spirit of prophecy. It's all about prophecy. You know what I'm saying? Which y'all, the majority of you don't even believe in the Messiah, man. You know, you don't deal with the Bible, you deal with the Talmud, man. But it says that the Lord was going to choose Israel and he was going to set them in their own land. Did that happen with you guys? No, man. You know, you got put in the land by way of the Balfour Declaration, man, in 1948. You know what I'm saying? That's not the prophecy. The Lord said he's going to put you back in your land. And the Israelites, the true Israelites, back in their own land, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's what he's going to do when he returns in this second coming, which is at hand, man. It's near, man. And he's going to gather his people from the four corners of the earth, pursuant to Matthew, the 24th chapter, and verse 30 and 31. And he's going to, with that great, as a matter of fact, I know I'm going to mess it up, so I'm going to grab it real quick and then we'll come back. You know, I'm just going through the spirit because, you know, a lot of these, it wasn't even part of the lesson. Matthew 24 and 30, and he, then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven, and then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn. And they shall, because they're going to see this black man, this so-called black man returns, man, with an afro, that woolly hair. You know what I'm saying? And they're going to know that they were wrong, man. You know, that image, you know, of Jebus that they love and have been worshiping and calling on, they're going to know that it was wrong, man. So they're going to, the earth is going to mourn, man. And they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds, which is the chariots, which everybody wants to talk crap about, like we bugged out when the Bible it clearly speaks of the chariots, which are the vehicles of the angels when you go into it, man. You know, but we're crazy. Come on, man. It says, and they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven with power and great glory, because he's going to return. He's not returning to meet thee as a man, but that angelic power, man, that force. Verse 31, and he shall send his angels with a great sound of a trumpet, and they shall gather together, you know, there it is, his elect from the four winds, from one end of heaven to the other. And that's when they're going to get placed back in their land, man. You know, the Lord is going to do it, not the Balfour Declaration, man. So who lines up with these things, man? You know, you don't line up with that. You're over there in the land acting like the Lord put you there. He didn't, you know, he allowed you to do it. It was part of the movie, the story, but you're not his chosen, man. You know, you're not his people. So it says, and the Lord's going to put them back in their own land, back in Isaiah 14:1. It says, and the strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob, man. Y'all don't have the other tribes. The strangers represent the northern kingdom. The rest of the tribes, man. You know, y'all claim to be the Jews over there, man. I guess you're supposed to be the house of Judah, which represents Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, you know, which y'all call Levi. You know, it's Levi, man. You know what I'm saying? And y'all are supposed to be, I guess, the southern kingdom. But where's the northern kingdom? Where are the other tribes at? If that were Bible prophecy, it's saying right here that all of the tribes are going to get put back in the land, man. Not just Judah, not the house of Judah, man. You don't line up with this, bro. You know what I'm saying? And y'all ain't got no handmaids. You ain't took nobody captive. None of this lines up with you. So how are y'all the people, man? How does this apply to you? You know, Dr. Brown. You know, you got to deal with what's in this Bible. I don't care what Dr. So-and-so or Professor this or Scientist that said, or Reverend Bob or whoever, man. I don't care what they said. What does the Lord say? And when you deal with that, there is no discrepancies. There's no bias, man. You know, although the Lord is biased, he's for his people. But I'm talking about as far as you can't get it twisted, man. You know, let's go here now. So go in the New Testament in Acts, because I want you to deal with this, Dr. Brown. This is Acts 13:1, and it reads, now there were in the church that was at Antioch certain prophets and teachers, as Barnabas and Simeon, you know, disciples / apostles of Yahushua, man, that was called Nigger, and Lucius of Cyrene, and Manaen, which had been brought up with Herod the Tetrarch and Saul. So it says Barnabas and Simeon, man. You know what I'm saying? So real quick, Let's go into this word right quick because, you're going to have to explain something, about them, because it says they were called something. Barnabas and Simeon were called right here, G3526. I'm going to let this devil say it. Listen very closely.
Strong's G 3526. Niger.
Nigger. Did you hear that? Let's play it again.
Strong's G 3526. Niger.
So they was being called niggers, man. And when you go into the outline of biblical usage, nigger right there means black, man. So they're being called black back then, niggers. Just like we being called today. Are y'all being called niggers, man? Which means black? No. Who's those terms on, man? So come on, bro. That's our people, and that goes back to the curses, man. During the time of Moses, what did Moses say? What's going to happen, man? You know what I'm saying? Let's get it. Because Moses told us, man, what was coming, man. So by the time we get to Barnabas and Simeon, curses were in effect, man. So let's get it real quick in Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, and we're gonna jump down to verse 37. Deuteronomy 28 and verse 37, and it reads, "And thou shalt become." Well, let's jump up to verse 15. Because it's dealing with the Israelites. Verse 15. So I don't know why I went to the top. Right there in the heading, consequences of disobedience. Disobedience. So this the Israelites, man. Because let's just prove all things like the scriptures say, man. Let's get Deuteronomy, the first chapter. Deuteronomy, Israel's history after the Exodus. Deuteronomy, so it's Israel, man. 1 and 1. These be the words which Moses spake unto all Israel on this side Jordan in the wilderness. No one else was in the wilderness. So he was talking to the Israelites, man. That's all I need. So let's go back to the 28th chapter now. And we're going to drop down to verse 15 because he's speaking to the Israelites, and this is the consequences of disobedience for them. This is verse 15. "But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of Yahweh Shai thy power to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee." And they did not hearken. So they got these curses, man. So let's jump down to verse 37, which was one of those curses, which is why Simeon and Barnabas was being called black, nigger. You know what I'm saying? Because they still have those things on them to this very day, and it's going to be on us until Yahushua returns, and we're going to get that as well. Deuteronomy 28 and 37, and it reads, "And thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb, and a byword among all nations, whither the Lord Yahushua shall lead thee." A proverb and a byword, nigger. Spics, Hispanics, blacks, Indians, which means savages. You know what I'm saying? All negative connotations, man. Beaners and tacos, and you know what I'm saying? All manner of disrespect, man. So let's go into this word byword. See what a byword is. Where is it at? Just the one I want right here. So it's outline of biblical usage is right here. It says a sharp word, a sharp cutting word, taunt, a jibe. So sharp words, sharp cutting words, niggas. You ape, you monkey, you baboon, big lips, big nose. You know what I'm saying? You beaners. What's some wetbacks? Indians, Uncle Tomahawks, all the things, all these negative taunt words, that's what it's going into, man. So real quick, let's go into this word jibe real quick. Let's see what this word jibe means. Dictionary, we're going.
Jibe.
So it's jibe, and it says the definition: an insulting or mocking remark, a taunt. Make insulting or mocking remarks. You know what I'm saying? So there it is. To some of the similars are jeer, taunt, mock, scoff. Sneer. So yeah, niggas, spiggers. You know what I'm saying? You niggas and you monkeys and you wetbacks. You apes and gorillas. You big nosed, big lipped, big big this, big ears. You know what I'm saying? All the things, negative things that they've said, man. And a lot of those primarily was on the southern kingdom, the Judites, man, which is the head tribe, man. You know what I'm saying? Because you gotta wound the head, and the rest of the body is through. So that's why they went so hard on Judah, man. The so-called Negroes, man. You know what I'm saying? You had a certain negative things said about the northern kingdom, but it's Judah, man. It's primarily the one that got a lot of that. Those negative bywords and proverbs. You know what I'm saying? So again, Acts the 13th chapter and verse 1. You're gonna have to deal with that, Dr. Brown, man. I'm gonna need you to explain that to me. You know what I'm saying? So where do I want to go from there? What else happened? Let's jump up real quick to verse 32, because did this happen to y'all, Dr. Brown? Deuteronomy, which are the curses? Deuteronomy 28 and 32. Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people, and thine eyes shall look and fail with longing for them all the day long, and there shall be no might in thine hands. That happened to our people. You know what I'm saying? Our children got taken from us and given to other people, another people, man. They got taken away from us and placed other places, man. Did that happen to y'all? I don't think so. During the time of that, the Holocaust, children journeyed to America, man. You know what I'm saying? The children were hidden. You know what I'm saying? And one that comes to mind is Anne Frank. You know what I'm saying? She comes to mind. We couldn't hide ours. We couldn't hide our children, man. They didn't get to journey somewhere, to the Americas or anything, because it wasn't written that way. The curse doesn't say that they were going to journey to America or they were going to be hidden. It says thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people, man. That didn't happen, man. That didn't happen to you. Journeys to America and being hidden, to be able to tell a story about it. You know what I'm saying? So that doesn't line up with the prophecies of the Israelites, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they were taken from us, man. So let's jump down, because we're gonna continue to let's line it all up, man. Who's who and what's what? Dr. Brown, man. You know what I'm saying? And also, when you jump down to verse 33, also in the curses of the Israelites, these things are happening to those people. The stranger that is within thee shall get up above thee very high, and thou shalt come down very low. When the stranger is those that you're among, man. We're among you. You funded the slave trade. Your people did that, man. That's in the hit. You can look this stuff up, man. And the first one of those ships was the slave ship Jesus, man, which came and got the Israelites, man, our people. So you're the stranger that's within thee. And you're the one got very high above us, man. The earth has been given into your hand. That's why you're the richest some of the richest people on the planet, man. You know what I'm saying? Own the Diamond District, own Hollywood, music industry, all of these things, and thou shalt come down very low. We're at the bottom of this society. We're the meek that the Bible speaks of, not you, man. He shall lend to thee, and thou shalt not lend to him. He shall be the head, and thou shalt be the tail. Yeah, the bottom, man, the lowly, the meek. We're on the bottom of this society. That's why we're in the ghettos and projects and barrios, man. You know what I'm saying? Because we're the tail. You're the head. You're at the top. That's why you're rich and have no worries or no cares, man. You know what I'm saying? It says, verse 45. Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee, and shall pursue thee, and overtake thee till thou be destroyed, because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, thy power to keep his commandments and his statutes, which he commanded which he commanded thee. Salaki. And which, if y'all were the people, man, dude, the Lord would be going hard on y'all, man, because you got kosher pork in the land, kosher cigarettes, the biggest alphabet parade on the planet over there in the Holy Land, humping walls, and come on, man, sucking on, giving circumcision with your mouth, baby, come on, man. No, man, these people are going off in every way, but they're over there in the Holy Land chilling, because their day is coming, man. Their day is coming, man. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to drop down. Let's see, verse 40. Verse 46. And they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever. That's why that term, those bywords and proverbs, from back to Barnabas and Simeon, all the way up to today, man. And it's going to be all the way until Yahushua returns, man, and takes those curses off of us, man. That's not going to happen until Yahushua returns, man. So come on, man. And also let's deal with one more. Hold on. Do I want something else? Verse 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which Yahweh shall send against thee in hunger and in thirst and in nakedness and in want of all things. And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee. I'm not going to do it. I started to, but I was like, I better be careful because I know they'll strike me. So I'm not going to do it. But if you Google, Holocaust victims, yokes of iron, you're not going to see any yokes of iron come up. You're not going to see it. But check this right here. I'm going to put this in, Let's do this, though. Because, again, the record needs to be set straight, man. You know what I'm saying? See what this pulls up. There it is. You see that right there? Let's go to images. Yeah, you see that right there? See this guy right here? That's a yoke of iron that we had. That's an actual image of a Israelite slave, man. To be sold, slave, and he's standing there with that thing around his neck, man. That yoke of iron. Just some different images of yokes of iron around the neck of the Israelites, man. You know what I'm saying? You see all these images, man. Chains around their necks, man. Yokes of iron around their necks, man. You see that. It's right there. It's written. You see all these images, man. So, yeah, man. But if you type in the other, you're not going to see any yokes. You're not going to see any yokes of iron, man. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. We just, again, we're figuring out who's who and what's what, man, by process of elimination. But we're dealing with thus saith the Lord, man, with the Bible, not with how somebody feels, man. You know what I'm saying? So, all these other things applies to us, but because we're going to deal with one more. This dude said, Deuteronomy 28 and 68, didn't apply to us, him, vocab. There's a lot of people try to say that doesn't apply to the transatlantic slave trade when all these other things applies to us and lines up with us, but this doesn't, and it's in the same curses. Come on, man, to the same people. Stop, bro. These people, and vocab is just a demon, man. You know what I'm saying? All of them are, but he's a special demon. Deuteronomy 28:68, and Yahweh Shai shall bring thee into Egypt. Into Egypt, yeah. And Yahweh Shai shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships, again represents another time, man. I need anybody, vocab, Dr. Brown, anybody that can show me an account in the Bible where Israel went into the physical land of Egypt again, period, with ships, period. But it says again, so he's going to bring us a second time into captivity is what that's saying. But this time, which that's the again, it's going to be by ships, because anybody knows anything knows that the Israelites, you don't need a ship over in the land of Israel to go from Jerusalem, Israel to Egypt, man. We walked into Egypt, into bondage, into Egypt the first time. It's in walking distance. We walked there. There's no ship necessary, but there would be a ship necessary to bring us from the eastern coastline of Africa, the western, slip of the tongue, Satan, boy, the western coastline of Africa, and over to the Americas, don't you think? Oh yeah, it was. So yeah, that's you're gonna have to deal with these things, man. You know what I'm saying? And Egypt represents bondage. So real quick, let's get this real quick. Exodus 13 and verse 3, and it reads, "And Moses said unto the people, remember this day in which ye came out from Egypt, out of the house of bondage." There it is. Egypt and bondage are synonymous. For by strength of hand the Lord brought you out from this place. There shall no leavened bread be eaten. So Egypt and house of bondage are synonymous. So you can't say Egypt doesn't represent or mean house of bondage when we're reading it right here, man. And now I know if you go into the word Egypt, it's going to say some other, some different things, but we don't got to go into the actual word. You know what I'm saying? Because these devils, again, you know what I'm saying? Slick, man. Slickness. No, man. It's right here within the context of the scripture that we're reading. From Egypt, out of the house of bondage. So that tells you that Egypt represents bondage, man. So stop, dude. You know what I'm saying? He's trying to say that Egypt doesn't represent the house of bondage. This dude was wild, man. You know what I'm saying? Which, you know what? Real quick, let's see what bondage means. Let's see what bondage means. Cause this dude these people are straight up demons, man.
Bondage.
So bondage, dictionary, and it says it's a noun, the state of being a slave. Were the Negroes, Latinos, and Native American slaves? Yes, they were, man. So that's bondage. That represents bondage, man. And it's not that by way of again with ships represents in the spiritual Egypt, man. Let's get it real quick. This is Revelation chapter 11. In verse 8, and it reads, "And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt, where also our Lord was crucified." That's right here in the Western Hemisphere, in the North country, man, of America. The Lord was crucified here. His image, countenance, message, everything was changed here. When you look over go into the East, places like Russia, they have something known as Russian icons, where the images are still as they were, so-called black images, man. Those brown images are still in the earth. Italy, they got those images of King David and dark images, you know what I'm saying, of dark people, because that's what the people are, man. You know what I'm saying? Does that line up with you and your people, Dr. Brown? You know what I'm saying? No. But it says, "And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city." That great city is America, man. That's why everybody and their mom wants to come here. They daddy, auntie, son, daughter, niece, nephew, uncle, whoever, granddaddy, grandma. Everybody wants to come to America because it's got the facade, of this is the place you want to be. Dreams come true. You can come here and could get rich, and man, you got more homeless people living under the bridge. It's a lie, man. It's all lies and deception. That darkness that's covered the earth, man. That's in this earth in darkness, and these people in gross darkness. These people are in gross darkness. They have no idea of what's truly what, and who's who. So it says their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city, aka America. Make America great again. You know what I'm saying? America was known as that great country, man, that great city, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt. Spiritually, that's the Egypt the second time, man. You know what I'm saying? And everything backs that. You know what I'm saying? The Sodom, they get protected here. They get rights and laws, man. When the Lord said put them to death, man, Egypt, everything here, man. Makeup, bowling, beer, all the things that these people love. Pyramids on the back of the currency, the dollar. Egyptian obelisk in the yard up there in the national monument. All of these things show you where spiritual Egypt is, right here, man. Where also our Lord was crucified, because they changed everything about him here, man. So this is where it's talking about. So when we go back to Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter in verse 68, and finish it out, it says, and the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships here to America by way of the transatlantic slave trade, by the way whereof I spake unto thee, to those people that took on those ships, thou shalt see it no more again. Talking about the land of Israel, which we haven't. We're still scattered to this very day. So them being in the land is a farce. It's a lie, man. It says, because the scriptures say that no man shall redeem thee. It's going, as a matter of fact, it's going to go into it. Thou shalt see it no more again. And there, here, all the places we've been scattered, primarily here in America, ye shall be sold unto your enemies. Sold. We just saw that on the image with the yokes of iron, to be sold, slaves. To your enemies, not your friends, for bondmen and bondwomen, slave men and slave women, and no man shall buy you. When you go into that word buy, it doesn't mean literally to not buy, like as you would buy some bread. It means to redeem or save. You're not going to be saved until the Lord saves us, man. You know what I'm saying? So no man, and they've tried, man. They've had all kind of different little revolts and Black Panther Party and all kind of Malcolm X, all kind of different trying to the Haitian revolts and of trying to get out of it themselves, and it's not happening, man. That's why Black Wall Street, and you still got Israelites to this very day trying to build here, man. That's you trying to buy yourself, man, to redeem yourself. It says, and no man shall redeem you, man. It's not happening. Stop, bro. So yeah, this is talking about us, man, and the transatlantic slave trade, man. And then when you deal with the slavery, it was terrible, man. It was harsh. It was difficult. It was terrible, man. Which was then is now. Ecclesiastes, the 3rd chapter, man. You know what I'm saying? And it lines it up, because doesn't he call Esau in Romans, the 9th chapter? He likens them to the pharaohs, man. To the pharaoh. So they're the modern day pharaoh, man. These Edomites, man. And what was as a matter of fact, which one do I want? Trying to remember where it is. Oh, right here. I typed in Mitzrayim, which is actually is Matazarium in the Hebrew, is a Mitzrayim in the Yiddish, man. With them vowel points and everything. You know what I'm saying? And it's dealing with the Egyptians, man. It says Mitzrayim is the Hebrew and Aramaic name for the land of Egypt and its people, meaning siege and strait. which we of course double straight, but straight, man. So let's get a definition of straight. And it's the second one, and it says used in reference to a situation characterized by a specified degree of trouble or difficulty. And when you go into what is it, Exodus 13, because these devils have the spirit of Egypt on them. They had when they did slavery here, it was the same harshness, probably worse. This is Exodus 1, Salakia, and 13. Exodus 1 and verse 13. And the Egyptians made the children of Israel to serve with rigor. As a matter of fact, let's real quick. Let's go on this word rigor. Same as Mitzrayim, man, which means straight. It says rigor.
Rigor.
And it's the quality of being extremely thorough, exhaustive, or accurate. Severity or strictness, demanding, difficult. There it is. A degree of difficulty, difficult. So rigor and straits is the same thing, man. Which Egypt was known for that rigor and straits. And so was America, man. You know what I'm saying? The same thing. So rigor and straight is the same thing, man. You know what I'm saying? It was difficult. That slavery under these devils was difficult. And they're let's just get it. Romans, the 9th chapter. And verse 17, I think. Romans 9 and 17. For the scripture saith unto Pharaoh, even for this same purpose have I raised thee up, that I might show my power in thee, and that my name might be declared throughout all the earth. And of course, it's dealing with, as it is written, verse 13, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated. So it's dealing with Esau, which when you read down, verse 21, hath not the potter power over the clay of the same lump to make one vessel unto honor and the other unto dishonor. So Esau is the vessels of dishonor fitted to wrath and destruction, which is the vessels that the Lord hates, which he likens to Pharaoh right here, man. In verse 17, for the scripture saith unto Pharaoh, even for this same purpose have I raised thee up. Who? Esau, man. The earth has been given into the hand of the wicked, for him to do his wickedness. So the Lord can destroy him because he's the vessel of dishonor fitted to wrath and destruction, man. So who's controlling everything? Dr. Brown? You know what I'm saying? Which real quick, I've been going long enough. Real quick, let me just, I don't want to make this too long. This is Job, let's see who lines up. This is Job 30 and verse 30, man. Let's get a few more. It says, my skin is black upon me and my bones are burned with heat. Does that line up with you, Dr. Brown? Come on, man. We're just going to run through a few of these real quick. Lamentations 4 and verse 8, it says their visage, when you go into the word visage, it's talking about their face. Their visage is blacker than a coal. They are not known in the streets. Their skin cleaveth to their bones. It is withered. It has become like a stick because it was time of famine. And that's one thing. When you have dark skin, when you are starved, your skin gets darker, man. You know what I'm saying? So it's going into the Israelites that were starving, man. That's why they were blacker than coal. If Dr. Brown, you're not going to become blacker than a coal. You'll become red. You know what I'm saying? You become very red, and at some point maybe blue, but these things it's not lining up with you, bro. It's not lining up with you at all. Verse 10, Lamentations 5 and 10. Our skin was black like an oven because of the terrible famine. Again, when you have dark skin and you're being starved out, the skin darkens, from lack of nutrition and going on. So it says our skin was black like an oven because of the terrible famine. You know, your skin darkens, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what's going on. Let's get the one in Song of Solomon real quick. This is Song of Solomon, chapter 1, in verse 5, and it reads, I am black, but comely. I am black. That word comely, when you go into it, it means beautiful. I am black, but beautiful. O ye daughters of Jerusalem, as the tents of Kedar, which Kedar is a son of Ishmael, man, which the Ishmaelites, which are the Arabs today, are dark-skinned people, man, as the curtains of Solomon. So King Solomon, who was a Judite, was a so-called black man, which means King David was a so-called black man. Stop, bro. You know, it's time to just say, deal with thus saith the Lord, man. This is Jeremiah chapter 14. In verse 2, it says, Judah mourneth, which are the Judites today, which they're claiming to be, you know, Dr. Brown and them. Judah mourneth, and the gates thereof languish. They are black unto the ground, and the cry of Jerusalem is gone up. It says they're black, Dr. Brown, just like Simeon and Barnabas was being called nigger, which means black. You know, all these terms. Come on, man. Let's get one more, man. This is Ezekiel chapter 36 and verse 5, and it reads, Therefore thus saith the Lord, Yahweh Shai power, surely in the fire of my jealousy have I spoken against the residue of the heathen, and against all Idumea, which Idumea is a Greek term for Edom. Edom means red. There's one red people on the planet, man. Everybody else is melanated in some sense, man. They got melanin, you know. They have pigment. You guys don't. That's why you're the red people on the planet. You're the true red people. It's not the Native Americans, man. They're brown. It says, so Idumea is a Greek term for Edom, which goes back to Esau, whom the Lord hates, which have appointed my land into their possession, with the joy of all their heart, with the spiteful minds to cast it out for a prey. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. The heathen, the Idumeans, the Edomites, they've appointed his land into their possession, man. Who lines up with that? Do we have the land, or do y'all have the land? Who's who and what's what? That process of elimination. Verse 6, prophecy therefore concerning the land of Israel, and say unto the mountains, and to the hills, to the rivers, and to the valleys, thus saith the Lord power, behold, I have spoken in my jealousy and in my fury, because ye have become the shame of the heathen, man. That's why there's kosher pork and kosher cigarettes and the biggest alphabet parade over there, and humping walls and all kind of, you know, the land is defiled. You know, you got a dang Rothschild Boulevard down the center of it. Come on, man. No, man. Yeah. And the Lord is furious, man. He's angry. He's mad. Verse 7, therefore thus said Yahweh Bashim Shai power, I have lifted up mine hand. Surely the heathen that are about you, they shall bear their shame. And that's happening now, man. You're bearing your shame, bro. But it's gonna get worse, man. You're shameful, you know. And this Bible speaks of the shameful spewing, man. As a matter of fact, hold on. Let me just try to see if I can find that real quick. It may be in the Apocrypha. Let me see. Habakkuk 2 and 16. Thou art filled with shame for glory. Drink thou also, and let thy foreskin be uncovered. Yeah, you've been exposed, man. The cup of the Lord's right hand, Yahweh Shai, shall be turned unto thee, and it is, and shameful spewing shall be on thy glory. And that's what's happening. That shameful spewing is upon you, man, upon your glory. That's why, y'all, so-called whites, y'all had it so good, and white was right, and white was everything, and we're the people, and nobody questioned it. But now, you know, they're finding out that you're freaking liars. You know, you're wicked as all hell. You know what I'm saying? Hey, that shameful spewing, man, it's no longer glory, man. That's why you say, hey, you call a person white now and they get offended. Yeah, your hate speech. You're because, hey, those curses are flipping over to y'all, man. Shit, it's becoming a curse to be white now, man. You know what I'm saying? Shameful. It's shameful now to be a so-called white person, man. So that shameful spewing, man, is on your glory, man, and you're about to go down. So, hey, Dr. Brown, man, answer the questions, man. But again, You know, who's who and what's what. Process of elimination, man. You know. Hopefully this was edifying to the hopeful elect. With that, giving all praise, honor, and glory due to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, Robert Kakadash Brakathum, giving double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the elect, the house of David, the Bayath, Shal Dawadah, Shalom.